felt like you're wasting your time? Like, why am I here? What does this individual see in me? Hmm. If you're holding on to someone that you do not see yourself growing old with, you know what to do.
Yes, so today our topic will be do not get hold with someone you're not going to grow old with. That speaks for itself. So many of us are in relationships, marriages, with people that we know is no future with. Maybe they're already married to somebody else. Maybe they haven't showed us any commitment, in a certain amount of time. Let's say a woman have 3 kids by a man. They've been together for 10 years. But every time she brings up marriage, let's get married, let's, become a partner, let's do things together just in case,
Okay.
maybe something could happen to you, I'm a beneficiary, you're my beneficiary, whatever. And we have a future for the kids, and every time you build up, you bring up that conversation, that man cut it down. What do you think is going on there from a man's point of view?
From a man's point of view, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on there. If you're in a busted relationship and you don't see it going anywhere, one of you individuals is what I like to classify as a hobosexual. A hobosexual, which is an individual that will enter a relationship only to not be homeless.
And benefits are benefits because they're getting something else. That's a hobo.
But you're not attributed to the relationship. You're basically sucking the life out of it and you're killing the whole joint. Hobosexual.
Sucking the life out of the next person because, look at it. I am a woman and I can tell you, your youth is valuable. You're 21, you get with a guy, and of course, women are not like men. Women have sex with emotions. Well, most of us. Women don't have babies with a man because she doesn't see a future with him. A man could leave a baby right here and go over there and leave a baby over there and leave another baby over there because it's not personal to him. He's not the one carrying them. He's not the one with the emotional attachment. So, you see, for a woman and a man, it's different. Men have more options to choose from than women. So most of the time, they want to hold off because, okay, maybe it's better options out there. So, as a woman, it's not anything you can do about a man who is emotionally unavailable, who doesn't want to attach his emotions to the relationship because he's still looking. And that's all it is. When a man is emotionally unavailable, it's mostly because he's still looking or he was hurt by somebody and he's still hung up on somebody. Have you ever talked to anybody that was so hung up on their ex call, they answer, and they talk to their exes every day?
I'm glad you asked because, like you say, yes, we are talking, but this is about both sexes because it goes both ways. Women do it just as much as men. Men do it just as much as women. There is no, men do it, women do it too. And guess what? When you're dealing with someone who is emotionally unavailable, they're still hung up on that last individual, you know what? You need to let them go back to them and see if it'll work. And if it doesn't, then maybe that next endeavor will. But there's nothing there for you.
Yes, you don't need to be anybody's second best. You don't need to be in a man's face every day. Oh, why are you always talking to your ex? Or taking his phone and trying to text his ex and tell her, oh, stop talking to my man. Listen, the man is grown. The woman is grown. Women are emotionally unavailable too. Let me tell you how a lot of women are emotionally unavailable. Women that have children by a man. Let's say she got a child by this man. She got 2 kids by this man. That's her baby father. Like I said before, women do not just have children with a man because they don't see a future with him or because whatever. Women have children with men that they see themselves with. So when a woman and her baby father's relationship don't work out, it becomes 2 things. Either she's so angry that she lashes out at him and she lashes out at every other man in the world, or she simply never get over him. And that's the kind of person, that's the kind of people who you'll waste your life with. A woman like that will end up marrying another man, but she'll have that man living in the other man's shadow. But the other man still is no exception to the man that left her. Because the other man that married her is a better man because at least he saw something in her that made him say, okay, I'm not going to do what that guy does. But most of the time, it doesn't benefit him.
And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies. If you are one of those type of women that are bitter, still holding on to things and can't trust, going through phones, stuff like that. Don't consider yourself as a man. You'll never be that, especially if he sniffs any of that on you. You'll always be a booty call. You'll always be maybe the last resort if I can't get nothing that night. Because he's not going to take you seriously. Because he knows if he gets into a relationship with you, and ladies the same thing with a man that does the same thing. If you get into a relationship with an individual like that, you are asking for trouble.
Wicked trouble. People like that are like second guessing your whole existence.
Oh.
Trust me. I've been with an emotionally unavailable man before. We wasn't even together. It was just for like a month. But shit made me feel like, the fuck am I doing here? And then, you know one thing about people like that? That's emotionally unavailable? They always want you when you're over it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You've cleaned your slate. You've cleared the canvas. You wiped off all the graffiti they left, and now they want to start back up again.
Yeah, they want to mess you up again. Just like some girls, I hear them say, oh, my baby father want me back. He don't want you back.
No, he don't.
He want to ruin you all over again.
I'm telling you.
As soon as you let go of his baggage and you start to glow and you go get your body done and you start to feel good about yourself again, because you know what a lot of men do, I'm talking to men this time, a lot of men, they want to leave you, and instead of leave you a whole woman, they want to leave you a broken woman. So before he leave you, he's going to start telling you, oh, you gaining weight, oh, you don't look the same like you looked 10 years ago. Who the fuck looks the same like they looked 10 years ago? You don't look the same like you looked 10 years ago either. But that's something men do because they still want to control you even when they are gone. They want you to feel like, oh, is something wrong with me? So you will move on. You will allow him to go out there and test the fields. You know, you marry somebody else. And you're going to still sit there, ha ha ha, you know, my baby mama still love me.
Fellas, wake up. We have a world full of broken people.
True.
And it is not going to get better until we learn how to mend these people. And a lot of it comes from us. Us dealing with superficial struggles instead of realistic struggles. We can't be the Joneses, especially if your last name is Williams or Parker. Be who you are. Run your race. If she don't like you for who you are, you heard what Bernie said, fuck her. Do what you gotta do. There's always somebody for you.
It's only a pity it's not in black and white like we want it to be, because at the end of the day, people always are gonna lie. People are always gonna pretend for their own benefits. People are always gonna make sure they put you in a position where you can't do without them, because that's what some people do. So, as people, we want to protect ourselves, but we still have to open up, because if you protect yourself, you'll never find anybody, you'll never find anything. But then you still have to hold a piece of you back for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
When women ask me, Kim, how do I get over this man? I say, baby girl, if you don't know how to get over him, it's already too late. Because at first, you should have held a piece of you back for yourself. Love this man, and you could take care of him, you could adore him. But you have to hold a piece of you back for yourself. There's some part of you that you do not give to not even your children. That's a part for you and God. And that's what you need to get over a breakup.
It's not wrong being emotionally greedy so that you keep a peace of mind for yourself. If you give everything you have away, you have nothing left to hold on to.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And that person come and they wreck you physically, they wreck you mentally, they wreck you emotionally, and you're just a whole wreck. And you know what I've always said about people like that? Especially when it comes to women having 3 kids by this man, been with him for 15 years, 20 years, and then start crying, oh, I give that man 20 years of my life. I'll tell you this, I'm not sorry for you. I'm really not sorry for you. How could you not know? 20 years? Do you know what is 20 years? To give to somebody that didn't give you anything? Because if he could give you children, and he can't give you his last name, and he can't give you what he worked for, or he can't give you peace of mind. He didn't give you anything. I don't care how much bills he paid. You could have gone to work and pay your own bills. You could have sat there for 20 years and you could have went out and you could have dated different people. And guess what? You probably, you would have found a husband or a wife. So that's what I mean when I said do not grow hold with people. Get hold with people you cannot grow hold with.
No.
Because you know, it's not, you know, trust me. Some women be like, oh, I'm just enjoying the moment. No, you're not. You know that man don't want you. You know you're not what he sees, what he wants in a woman. Or who knows, he probably don't even want a woman.
Life is short and time is forever. But if you don't put people on a probationary period to find out exactly what you're getting before it's too late, you're setting yourself up for failure. Anywhere between 2, 3 to 5 years. If you really, really want to know, that's pretty much the maturity date. After 2, 3 to 5 years, if you don't know what you've got, it's time to let it go.
Let all of it go. And you know why a lot of us can't let it go? Just like I said, we give our all. Because you see, as women, we tend to... I attack women. I'm not attacking, but I put more emphasis on women because, as they say, men are the gatekeepers of relationships. Women can be the gatekeepers of relationships too if we know how to hold something back for ourselves. If you go in there, you start cooking, you start cleaning, you start washing, you start doing everything his wife is supposed to do, you start having children. That's the worst part. You start having children, don't even think about it. 9 out of 10 times, he's never going to marry you. He going to marry another woman who probably can't even have a kid for him.